Hey again, it's me, Boo. I think I'm finally kind of getting over whatever creeping crud I had, so I thought and I just got back from working out, so I feel really good, and my endorphins are all flowing, so I figured this would be the perfect time to do an Eat Crow video, because everybody loves to do that. So I swear by the time I'm done doing these YouTube reviews, I'm going to have munched an entire murder of crows before it's all done, said and done. But when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I can't help making some snap judgments from time to time, and then I wear a fragrance around for a while and realize I was wrong. So, excuse me, I'm really dry. That's what this video is about, is a couple of fragrances that I did not like in the beginning, but I revisited them, and before I stuck them in my sack of septic scents, and one of these may have almost made it in. I don't think it officially did, but I think I mentioned it in my sack of septic scents vid that I did a while back. I don't know, I might not have, but I know it's the one I got with it, Patchouli Noir I did. And this one, I did not like when I first got it at all, and I'm a huge amber person, and this is Ambre D'Or by Profvmo. And this, even smelling it out of the bottle, it smells to me like a barbershop amber, like it, not very expensive, really generic, nothing to write home about. But then I wore it around for a couple of days here recently, and the dry down is right up there with Absolute Vanilla by Vaniglia del Madagascar, I think is the name of it. And oh, what's that other one? Oh, Dolce Liser. It's kind of in that realm where it's kind of a spicy, ambery kind of a scent once it dries down, and it gets sweeter. See, right out of the bottle, it's a really kind of a, I'd say, like I said, a barbershop, drugstore, kind of citrusy, really light amber at first, but then when it dries down, it gets richer and sweeter and spicier, and the lighter citrus notes, what I think are citrus notes, I don't know, I'll read you here what's in it in a minute, go down in the background, and then the richness of the amber and the spices do come to the forefront, and then it becomes delightful. It's fabulous. I love it now. Again, I am woman, hear me change my mind. That is absolutely what happened with this one, Ambre D'Or. And I got this in a double set. I got a really good deal on it, and I bought this little 1 ounce bottle, I think it's 1 ounce, yeah. With Patchouli Noir, which was actually the one I wanted out of the two, and I didn't like it. Now I am going to revisit it. I believe Patchouli Noir made it into my sack of septic scents, but I am going to revisit it since the sister was so yummy. This one, I figured I'd give that one another shot. So who knows? I may be doing another Eat Crow video on Patchouli Noir. So let me tell you what's in it. So Ambre Noir, or Ambre D'Or, let's see, aromas of honey, noble wood, resin, spices, and aphrodisiac accords of date, blossom, and opium surrounds the composition. It was created in '04, and nobody says it smells, oh, yes they do. Similar to Ombre by Reminiscence. I don't know. But I was totally wrong about this one. I do recommend it. I think it's fabulous. The sillage on this is pretty good. It's not, a beast or anything. But the longevity on this is incredible. It lasts really good. It doesn't fade into the background really quickly like some other ambers that I have. So totally recommend it. Profvmo, Ambre D'Or. And this other one, I'm really glad I changed my mind about, actually. And now it's becoming one of my favorites, Quick. And I actually liked it when I first reviewed it, but I had issue with the longevity and the sillage and the projection on this. Well, not so much longevity, but sillage and projection. But I was testing it out on my skin. And since I've been back from vacation, my skin has gotten really dry being back here in the Pacific Northwest, because we've got really dry fall kind of weather going on right now. And so, and I haven't been lotioning like I should. So I think that most fragrances aren't lasting as well on me as they normally would. I need to fix that. But I tried it on my clothes, and it was fabulous. And I've been wearing it almost every day since I did a video on it. I'm almost, about the last week, probably I have been. And that, oh, I haven't even told you, Fields of Rubus by Kerosene. And I just have a 1 ounce decant of it here. I did a split on Facebook. And this one on my clothes, I said in the last video, and it still holds true, the opening notes really remind me of dried Wheaties with tart raspberries on top. And then when it dries down, it gets sweeter, it gets richer, it gets warmer. Because it's so dry, it's kind of cold in the beginning to me, and then it gets warmer and richer and yummier, and it projects just fine. It the sillage is great on my clothes. It lasts a long time on my clothes, a whole lot longer than on my skin, and I didn't really have any issues with the longevity on my skin. Oh, when it dries down, and what I had issue with in the last video was the woods. I still, the woods, I think it's the quality of woods. I love sandalwood and cedars and things like that. But these are all such dry woods that they've gotten here, that he's gotten here, that kind of cheapens it up a little bit, and it makes it smell not as expensive as some of the more richer woods. I mean, moister woods, I guess. Maybe that's what he was going for, was a real dry wood smell. That's the only complaint I have about it, is that I wish there was a little resin or something in there, just to moisten it up a little bit and make it not quite so dry woody. But it's yummy. I'll read you what's in it again, just to refresh everybody's memory. Notes of raspberry, plum, apple, tobacco wood, musk, vanilla, sandalwood, cedar, and patchouli. And when it dries down, the raspberry and the tobacco wood is what I'm thinking it is. That gives that, and maybe the apple, that Wheaties effect, dry Wheaties effect that I keep getting. And I still think that's what it smells like. But when it dries down, the vanilla and the patchouli come out a little more, and the musk, and then the sandalwood and cedar. And so it gets a little wetter, like I said, more like a wet wood, like you've taken a really dry hunk of cedar that's been sitting in the desert for, several months, and thrown it in a lake and let it become oversaturated with water, and then pulled it out of the water and smelled it. That's kind of the way the wood smelled to me in the dry down on this, but I have just fallen in love with it. It really doesn't smell like anything else I have. And I don't think, it's not on Fragrantica yet, so I can't really give you anybody's opinions as to whether or not it smells similar to anything. But I have a pretty vast collection, and I don't think it smells similar to anything that I've got in my wardrobe. But if you feel differently, please put it down in the comments box and let me know. So again, that's Kerosene, Fields of Rubus. I'm totally happy to eat crow on this one. It's a fabulous fragrance. I'm dying to try Woodhaven. I'm also going to go back and revisit Santalum Slivers and Copper Skies, because those were my other two favorites. And Rude, because I wasn't into oud when I tried Rude. uh, back in the spring, or whenever it was. I think it was springtime when I did that video. And I'm going to redo the kerosene one. Well, I probably won't redo it, but I did want to talk about it some more, because I didn't try those samples on my clothes. I just tried them on my skin, and I had the same issue with all of the kerosene fragrances, about the longevity, or not the longevity, the sillage and the projection. And I have a feeling that all of them would be much better on my skin. Now, I have some fragrances like Red Tulipano by Hildy Soliani that project and stay so much longer on my skin than my clothes. My clothes just seem to absorb it, but on my skin it just, bam, it's just this fabulous scent cloud it leaves around me. So kerosene's the opposite. I have to wear it on my clothes, but it is an incredible, incredible fragrance. He did a wonderful job. I'm dying to try Woodhaven. So if anybody knows anybody that's split in Woodhaven, please let me know. And anyway, I'm sorry I'm still not up to par, but I did want to get this Eat Crow video out for these two bottles, because I am totally wrong about both of them. Fields of Rubus and Ambre D'Or. This one's by Kerosene and this one's by Profvmo. So I totally recommend both of them, and they were almost on their way. Well, not Fields of Rubus, but Ambre D'Or was going in my sack of septic scents, and now it's back in the cupboard. Yay! Anyway, y'all have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.